Today's episode is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club. If you don't know what Dollar Shave Club is, it's a service that sends all of this stuff right to your door. You get shaving cream, lathering, bar soap, and you even get your razor, which is the entire point. But if you click our link down below, which is dollarshaveclub.com/Comicstorian, you get your first month free shipping and everything for $1. It's a limited time offer going on at the moment, and you can help support the show by clicking the link down below, and you will get yourself an amazing razor. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Marvel Ultimate Recap. This is the show where we go over all of the comic books that came out last week, telling you everything that happened in the comic books from the actual plots to the spoilers, and then you know what's going on so you can buy the comic books this week when they all come out. That's the purpose of this show. I do want to remind you, if you missed yesterday's episode, Caitlin and Rob have been officially let go, but don't worry, I've already replaced them with Sal from Comic Pop. If you enjoy the way that he is delivering this, then please go on over to the Comic Pop channel and join him and the Comic Pop crew. Starting off this episode, we're going to be talking about Avengers number 6. Now, this is the ending to an amazing storyline in which the Avengers had to fight against Kang. Kang, you know that guy that can travel through time and mess with time streams and do stuff like that? Well, a future version of Vision teams up with a past version of Vision, and what they end up doing is sending the Avengers throughout various points in time where they actually team up with other versions of themselves from the time stream to defeat various strongholds that Kang has. One of the coolest scenes that come out of this, classic Thor teams up with mighty Thor, female Jane Foster Thor, and they're both hammers going at it as they dual hammer wield. It's amazing, it's fun, it's probably one of my favorite Avengers storylines in quite a while at this point, but overall it is a good storyline. In the ending, Kang does eventually overwhelm the superheroes, but don't worry, we have Ant-Man who goes back in time to fix the timeline and put the Avengers where they should all actually be.
Captain America 15 reveals the true nature of Captain America's conflict with Red Skull. Turns out, Skull forcibly took over Hydra, killed all the previous members, kidnapped everyone close to Cap, and/or held them hostage in order to force Steve to continue working for him. And with Professor X's telepathic abilities, Cap had to keep his plans to take back Hydra a secret even from himself. Remember that time that Fry became his own grandpa in Futurama? Now, this is a little similar in that Steve becomes his own sleeper agent. At the end of the issue, we see a final conflict with the Red Skull in which Steve pushes him out a window and regains control of Hydra with a shiny new Hydra Council at his disposal.
What do I do? What do I do? I'm so bored.
Over in Jessica Jones number 8, we have the aftermath of Jessica Jones going undercover. You see, she ended up picking a bunch of kids instead of her family while undercover, so when she goes to meet with her family members again, Danny wants to know why she did that. At first he's happy to see her, but eventually he turns very cold because of the situation. Jessica, in her usual self-loathing self, decides to go home where she meets up with Maria Hill, who is waiting with her next S.H.I.E.L.D. mission for her.
We have Inhumans in Space with Royals number 1. Sorry. Medusa and the rest of the ex-Royals are on a suicide mission to discover the root of inhumanity on Hala and beyond to obtain their secrets and send the information back home to the benefit of the humans and Inhumans alike. At the end of this issue, as the team launches into space on their terminal discovery mission, we find out that Medusa is dying.
Over in Deadpool and Spider-Man number 16, we're continuing the storyline in which Deadpool's wife, Shikla, is currently trying to conquer New York. So what ends up happening is Deadpool and Spider-Man go off with the daughter of Van Helsing to find Dracula, who, after losing his bride to Deadpool, is apparently a video game recluse living at home. They challenge him to a match of what I can only assume is Marvel vs. Capcom, and what is decided is if Dracula wins, then he'll get to have the Van Helsing blood finally, and if the heroes win, then they will get to use Dracula's army against Shikla. Dracula is very quickly defeated, and all three of them book their flights back to New York City. Hopefully, if they booked it through United, they can avoid being reaccommodated.
Don't worry, guys. I'm going to give you your episode back here in a second, but I had a very important announcement that I think needed to be made. As most of you guys know, Benny fired me. I don't get fired. Sea Monster. What Benny did is pretty ridiculous. So to you, my door's always open. But Benny, I want you to know that what happens next, everything that happens next, is entirely on you.
Holy crap!
And those are the core books that we read and we enjoyed, but that doesn't mean that that was all of the books that came out this week. Now it's time to go over the honorable mentions as we tell you what happened in every other book that came out this week. I'm sorry, I'm sick, I probably sound like crap right now. Over in All New Wolverine, Ironheart goes to the crash site of a spaceship and outjumps a child carrying a deadly contagion that quickly spreads throughout the city. She and Miss Marvel call in Wolverine to assist because Wolverine can heal, so why wouldn't you throw her into a deadly virus situation? Over in Nova number 5, more about Richard Rider's time in the Cancerverse comes to surface, but so does whatever darkness is inside of him that he's been hiding from his fellow Nova, Sam Alexander. And whatever it is, it's getting pretty hungry. Over in Iron Fist number 2, Danny Rand makes his way to Mortal Kombat. I mean, the Gauntlet. It's on a mysterious island. 7 deadly kung fu masters are fighting. Danny's in it for the fight of his life. It really does sound like Mortal Kombat to me. Is he really just doing Mortal Kombat? I mean, I'm not going to complain. I like Iron Fist, but it's Mortal Kombat. And those are all of the books that came out this week that we are tracking. Once again, if we ended up missing one, because that does happen occasionally, we will try to cover it later, or when it comes back out, we will double down and let you know exactly what happened. If you enjoyed Rob and Caitlin, go check them out on Twitter at ThatSeaMonster, and Rob is at Fluidic Beats. Also, Sal is at Sal Says What, and you can go visit all of their channels in the links down below. If you guys enjoyed this show, please show your support by possibly clicking our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. They are the official sponsor for this particular episode, and you can find their link down below, and that's how you click and help support us. Dollar Shave Club will send you a box starter kit for $1, no shipping, no contracts, no long-term commitments. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next week right here on the Ultimate Recap, and I hope I feel better. If you let this roll, Dylan, why? Why are you letting this roll? Just cut it.